just from the title alone. If you want to participate in a very cathartic video and just talk about things that I want to buy but I'm trying not to, then please keep on watching. Hello my friends, if this is your first time here, my name is Alicia. Kinky Sweat stands for my kinky hair and sweat life. I am a fitness professional who loves all things movement and beauty. If you want to check out my movement adventures, those can be found on my Instagram. Any of my class detail, workshop, pop-up events, info can be found on my website. And if it's not your first time, thanks for coming to visit me, friend. At this point, hopefully when I upload this video, I'm hopefully will not have purchased these items on my list. The haul video is coming. I've already purchased quite a few items. I think I made reasonable choices. I bought a lot of skincare. I'm trying to keep the makeup items at a minimum because I felt like I bought so much makeup in March that my makeup inventory is filled. And for my recent declutters, looking at what I kept and what I gave away, I have a better handle of what I love and what I won't love or will. You know what I mean? In this video, I have a list of items that I'm trying to talk myself off the edge of buying because it's like I always find myself in the same dialogue. Oh, it's so pretty. Did you see the swatches? They'll be so nice in my collection. I have so many items that were in that same dialogue of decision making sitting in my drawer. I said the same thing about the Melt blush lights. I saw those suckers online. Love the matte formula. I have all three shades. I have Cali Love, Dream something, and it was like another hot pink violet type of shade. And then I got the blush lights, same thing, saw the swatches online, thought they were gorgeous. It would be no problem at all to implement those products into my routine. Haven't used them. They're just sitting there. And then when I get myself in the same talk, they're so pretty, I have to ask myself, are you just gonna buy it, get excited, and then forget about it? So the first item I wanted to start with that I'm thinking about buying, but I'm trying to not, is the Bare Minerals Endless Glow Highlighter in both the shades Free and Whimsy. I was intrigued. I love the photo shots on the Sephora product page. They had 4 different women of different skin tones that every time you clicked on the shade, it was showing the different skin tones. I'm always intrigued by Bare Minerals because they're all about clean beauty, utilizing alternative ingredients, not like the typical talc or anything drying in a powder product, and very much about makeup and skincare at the same time, presenting those benefits, both aesthetic and nourishing. The color is gorgeous, but it's not like a color I don't have in a different compact. It's a champagne highlight, and again, I find myself, but what is Bare Minerals' take on that champagne highlight? Is it gonna be smoother? Is it gonna be glowy? Is it gonna be really glowy? The curiosity always gets me, and I convince myself constantly, well, you have to find out one way or another, so just buy it. And I try not to buy and return. And I understand that this is gonna be a chatty, rambly video, so just get a snack and, okay, please. I understand that a lot of people take advantage of the return policy, but the return policy is there for a reason. I feel if you use it reasonably, that you have the 90 days, because before it was a free-for-all. You could take back makeup whenever, but I think Sephora saw that a lot of customers were doing that, and they put a timeline from date of purchase. Listen, you have 90 days from date of purchase to try it out, you know, not try out the bottle and return it, but try it out a little bit. If you don't like it, then we'll take it back. And I feel because of that policy, it has conditioned consumers upon purchasing products in the back of their head, including mine, that you have an opportunity to return it if you don't like, if you're not crazy about it. And I feel that facilitates more shopping, because if the return policy was like, once you open it, you're done, then I feel people will buy a lot less or just not take that risk, obviously, unless you know it's something you love and you're just replenishing the stock. I always have that in the back of my mind, so one of the reasons why I considered buying the Endless Glow from Bare Minerals is because if I tried it and thought it was okay, that it wasn't worth the however much it cost, the $32 or how much it cost, that I could just return it. But at the same time, I'm just trying to eliminate that process altogether. Like, why go through that? Just don't buy it, because you have so many highlighters that are gorgeous. And spoiler alert, I did purchase the Lovegasm Charlotte Tilbury Glow palette. I had a private lesson, so that kind of helped with the purchase. And I figure what better time than during the Spring Beauty Insider event. Like, just get the 20% off the $75 palette and you'll be fine, okay? It's just get it now and not after the sale. Fine. And another spoiler alert, I love it. The highlighters I've been wearing, I actually have it, in here with other things. It's so gorgeous. Why would I need to buy another champagne highlighter? In a single compact, no less. At least with the face palette from Charlotte Tilbury, you have several shades in there that you can mix and match. I feel because of that, it's just more travel friendly. The mirror is bigger. You could do your whole face in it. So, and sticking with Bare Minerals, you also have, I have on my list, Endless Summer Bronzer in Warmth. I love bronzer. Eyeshadow palette and bronzer are like my top tier makeup products that I splurge on, unreasonably so. And the reason why I was like curious about it, the shade name is called Warmth. I'm not sure if it's like the old school Warmth that when like Leslie Bloggett, I think that's how you pronounce her last name, was on the infomercials selling Bare Minerals, and she convinced that Warmth was like that universal warm shade that everyone could wear that makes you look healthy and flushed and sun-kissed. I haven't seen it in store, so I don't know. I wish I could swatch it and just know for sure, because if I swatched it in store as well as the highlighter shade, I feel when I do that, I could already make a decision on the spot to figure out if I really need this or not. I mean, I don't need any of this stuff, but hear me out. I'm curious. I'm like, what is Warmth? Did they change the shade? Is it more red or is it more brown? And it's pressed. Again, it's Bare Minerals, no talc, skincare benefits in the formula. I forgot the claims, but I think one of them was like, as you use this bronzer, you'll see nice skin results. I mean, I don't think you'll see like a drastic transformation, because let's face it, all these ingredients, as nice as they sound on the formula list, are not going to make drastic changes like a glycolic peel would in the dermatologist's office. You know what I mean? Even if it's over time, like it's a pressed powder. And I'm not going to still use that bronzer. I will alternate with my Roundhouse bronzers. Another reason why I'm like, you don't need another one. I have 3 Fenty bronzers. I have 2 full size and 1 mini. I have the Benefit Caramel Hula, and I've been loving them. Absolutely loving them. I mentioned them in my April favorites, or namely the Fenty bronzers in my April favorites. The formula is outstandingly smooth. It, like Mel said, it just blends itself. It looks so skin-like, and it's just so foolproof, because if you hate bronzer and you find that it always applies muddy or just doesn't look right, the Fenty bronzers will hold you down. But as far as my experience with bronzers, I've been loving the ones I've used, and I don't feel the need to add to that collection. I feel like I'm good. I just had a moment of weakness because I saw the Bare Minerals shade. I saw the photographs on the product page. It looked beautiful on all those women's skin tones. So I don't know. If I cave, I would definitely get the bronzer over the highlighter, simply because, again, I love to experiment bronzer more than highlighter. I love highlighter, but there's something about being on the search for like that ultimate, perfect, sublime, life-changing bronzer shade that just always keeps me on the hunt. And anytime I see a new product, or from a new, not necessarily a new brand, but from another brand, it's really hard, friends. It's really hard. Okay, this one is really, really hard, especially after seeing Mel's favorite video. And Kelsey got these too. I'm so jealous. The Cover FX, I know, shh. The Cover FX Matte and Shimmer Monochromatic Blush Duo. I want these so bad. I do. But again, it's like you have so much blush highlighter duos, Alicia. You have so many, and you just gave away so many. They look so devastatingly beautiful. The shades, oh my gosh. Well, I'm good to not buy it from Sephora because I had my eye on Warm Honey and it's out of stock, so I don't have to worry about that. I had my eye on Warm Honey and the peachy shade, but I decided with Warm Honey initially when it was in stock because I thought it was a unique warmish kind of peachy shade that I love too as a blush color. And the other one I wanted to get was suntan bronzer because always on the hunt for that bronzer. They're $38 each. That's why I contemplated getting them during the sale. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them in stores. I would love for Sephora to get these in stores before the 6th or by the 6th, because that's when the event ends, just so that I can make a decision on the spot and kind of help my brain figure out, listen, if they're really that beautiful, fine. If I miss out on the sale, I will probably miss out on like $6, $7 of a discount. And on the Cover of X site, they have auto pay, so maybe I could chop those payment amounts into smaller portions so it doesn't feel like at once buying so much blush product at once. But man, those look beautiful. And the shades, again, I just want to experiment and play with not only warm honey but with soft peach. And again, the bronzer, like, what's the bronzer gonna do? Is it gonna be smooth, golden brown? Like, what is it gonna do? I want to know. This, I feel I'm definitely gonna get. I've been holding off for a long time, and I know this is well worth the purchase. The Viseart Grand Pro Volume 1 palette. I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't get like the special edition handwritten numbered one. It's all good. It's fine. I can still get at least the standard one without the number signed on there, and it's $150 before you get the discount knocked off. If it's anytime, it's now. I should just make the plunge because I know I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but Viseart, I don't talk about them a lot on my channel because poor things, they've just been tucked away in my makeup collection, and all these new releases have been overshadowing them, and shame on me. I should just reach for that matte formula because it is one of the best on the market and one of the best that I have in my collection and that I've used. I mean, they just blend out like a dream. There's just no fighting with them. And the fact that you get so many shades in this one palette that are designed to be layered and enhanced, because I believe, I forgot which is it, row or column, like you have the same undertones for the other, and you have like the different roles. You have the base shade, transition, medium, pop of color, and like a defining shade. I just envision myself taking that with me on any trip, and just know that I'm gonna be locked down in terms of eyeshadow options. That I know I'm gonna be locked down with eyeshadow options, not only for my eyes, but if my friends wanted help with makeup, I got them on lock. Everyone's on lock. And the Grand Vizio Pro 1 is in presence. I think I'm gonna get it, friends. I'm gonna just do it, because I know I'm not gonna be disappointed. I'm not gonna get volume 2 because I feel overall the feedback has been more so positive on a higher scale for the matte palette. Who knows? That's a lot of eyeshadow though for both volume 1 and 2. Like, maybe I'll get volume 2 on the next insider sale, like one thing at a time. And it's not the money, I think, because I've spent so much on Pat McGrath that I feel like I should just stop buying all eyeshadow. But Viseart, I feel, is a standout brand and formula that I think needs to be in everyone's collection. If you're a makeup enthusiast, if you're a makeup professional, the formula is outstanding, and I've been thinking about it for a long time. I think I'm going to make the plunge this time around, and I know I won't be disappointed. And when I get it, I'll be sure to be on here and talk about it. The one that's also from Viseart that I'm contemplating about getting, but I'm trying to convince myself not to, is the Koi number 10. I believe it's their most recent addition to the smaller pan palettes. I believe there are 12 of them in there, 12 pans. They're all like shimmer metallic shades, but it's not like the same that you will find in the other ones that are not as glitzy shiny, on purpose, because keep in mind Viseart is a pro line, and those textures are made specifically for situations, for weddings or photography, what have you, that need that sheen but not that sparkly shine that I feel everyone, well, mostly a lot of people love, but sometimes not necessary. The Koi formula, I feel, is like really beautiful, and the arrangement of shades in there, you can just create so many eye looks with daily friendly, pop of color in between, evening, and entering the summer season. I love the color story here. I think it's just so summery like, right? You have the purples, the greens, and the orange. Oh man, I'm so on the fence, but if I need to do it, I should do it now during the sale. So let me know if you have that palette down below, because I'm thinking about getting that and the Viseart Pro. I don't know if by the time this video will upload that I will have purchased those palettes, but you'll see in the haul video how that went down. And the last item on my list, I'm not such a huge list, but I'm so proud of myself, is the Makeup Forever Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. Oh, yep. Excuse me. First of all, I'm not one to wear powder foundation, period. So initially, just from my makeup routine alone, that would be just stupid to buy. But sometimes I love using a powder foundation just to lightly set my makeup and just to get a little more coverage in there, on there, grammar. Ensure longevity if I'll wear makeup for a long period of time. But if this formula is still said to be lightweight despite it being a powder foundation, then I am curious. Anytime I see blurring in the title, in the product description, I'm like, sign me up. Who doesn't want to look blurred? Blurred not only on photograph, but in real life. Blurred and not cakey. That's what we're trying to achieve, fam. I would get probably my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation, which is a current favorite of mine, which also leads me to believe that I might like this product. I have it in Y425, and Y425 on the Sephora product page swatch photograph, I think looks, it might be my shade. I also want to do a Makeup Forever vlog video where I go to the Makeup Forever store with my eyeshadows and just kind of figure out, like, if I were to make a daily eyeshadow palette, what singles would I pick with the pros there. Hopefully, maybe if they have the Velvet Skin Blurring Powder, we could decide, but it's all about the sale. We're trying to get things during the sale. Still on the fence about it. I feel it will be a beautiful product, but again, entering the summer season, will I find the need to use a powder foundation to set my foundation? Is it going to be heavy? Will that be necessary? Will it be great on its own? Maybe I don't need to apply my liquid foundation first. That on its own will be great because it is going to be more humid. It is New York City. The humidity levels are just ludicrous sometimes. In addition to the high temperatures, maybe delving into a powder foundation is something that I should explore. I don't know. We shall see. Again, trying to take advantage of the sale. I think it's in the 38. I would try to put everything up next to me with the photograph just so we could get an idea of what we're dealing with price-wise. I'll let you know, of course, if I do pick this item up in my Sephora haul. I'm leaning away from it because knowing me and my makeup routine and my habits, don't know if the Velvet Skin Blurring Powder will have a place in my makeup application, nor would it enhance it or make it thrive in any way, just from how I like my makeup to look and how I apply it. That is it though, my friends. I'm happy that this video is not 50 minutes long, or if it's not long enough, I'm sorry. I'm trying to mix it up in terms of video time, but those are the items I had my eye on. A quick note about my makeup. I don't think my list is long simply because I've been loving my foundation. I've been loving my concealer. I use the Fenty Beauty No Filter with the Makeup Forever Self Setting interchangeably. I'm probably not gonna pick up the Giorgio Armani. I don't know. I just don't like how it smells. Who knows? Maybe I'll try it out and I'm gonna eat my words and you'll be like, you're stupid. Just forget about the smell and put that on your under eyes and prepare to be amazed. That could be a possibility. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'll pick it up. That's something I actually forgot to put on my list. That is the only concealer that I would remotely consider buying at this point. Everything else I'm like, because I've been loving how my under eyes have looked ever since, again, using Fenty and Makeup Forever. I combined them both. I had the brushes and the tools to make that blurring and airbrush look happen under my eyes. So I'm very happy when I make complexion products. Today I have the NYX Professional Can't Stop Won't Stop. I don't feel the need to find another foundation. I really don't. Between that, the Hourglass Seamless Vanish Liquid Foundation and the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin, I'm good. Those foundations have just done tremendous things to my skin, and I have 3 of them that I still have a lot to go through in terms of product. I don't want to buy another full bottle of foundation, and I'm sure there are a lot out there that could do amazing things, but I did try the Lawless I Woke Up Like This for a few days. I mentioned in videos back maybe like a month and a half ago. I liked that formula. I did. I don't think I would love it for the summertime. It definitely made me feel nourished and replenished, if you will. I think that formula does offer skincare benefits in addition to the aesthetic ones. It's definitely not a priority of mine because I feel like my skincare routine is on lock and I'm getting all those great ingredients in that routine and not necessarily need them in my foundation too. So love my bronzers, love my eyeshadow palettes. I have so many of them. Like, I feel like I'm okay. And yeah, let me know what your wish list is down below. A few items that you've had your eye on and you're trying to talk yourself off from buying it. I know it's really hard, but I love our community, and just to kind of talk about what we want to buy and try not to buy, even if we do, just to get the thoughts out and convince ourselves otherwise so we don't make crazy decisions. And with that said, friends, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you in here again with another review, tutorial, how-to, wish list, or declutter. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Sorry, I'm looking a little gray. The sunlight, or lack thereof, is casting a very gray filter onto my face right now. I'm really sorry. But how do you like this highlight situation? I got like 4 different things on at the same time. Alicia, stop babbling.
Maddie, you gonna visit?
You know, okay, forget it. Because I felt I bought so much in March. I felt, excuse me, I love the photographs on the Instagram product page. Instagram eyeshadow album. Hey, Maddie, what are you doing? You sleeping? Oh my god, the traffic right now is insane. Oh, gotta pick up my sweet green at 2 o'clock.